คุณผู้ชมคะและตอนนี้นะคะเรานั่งอยู่ที่หอบุพการีนะคะวัดท่าทองค่ะและในช่วงสนทนาธรรมในวันนี้นะคะเราได้รับเกียรติเป็นอย่างยิ่งเลยค่ะจากพระกากันอโศโกนะคะหรือที่ทุกคนรู้จักในนามนักแสดงชื่อดังนะคะมิสเตอร์กากันมาลิกนั่นเองค่ะแล้ววันนี้นะคะเรายังได้รับเกียรตินะคะจากพระพรพลสุวรรณมาศนะคะที่จะมาร่วมสนทนาธรรมกับเราในวันนี้ค่ะกราบนมัสการพระคุณเจ้าทั้งสองท่านเจ้าค่ะ
เชิญพรนะ
วันนี้เจ้าค่ะลูกอยากจะมาสนทนาธรรมกันเรื่องพุทธศาสนาว่ามีความสำคัญอย่างไรนะคะในประเทศไทยกับประเทศอินเดียด้วยนะคะ so today we're going to talk about your journey of Buddhism and becoming a monk and please first of all introduce yourself to all the Thai people here
Namo Buddhaya to everyone I'm Gagan Malik from India looking for the real truth and trying to follow the Dhamma, a journey that can take me to Nirvana or can end my suffering. I don't want to say much about my career that anybody can see on net easily.
And no doubtedly that you have a lot of Thai fans in your role of the Siddhartha, in your role of your expression of Buddhism and how Siddhartha becoming enlightenment. And now today you following his footsteps of becoming enlightened in more in Buddhism journey. So what is the starting point that you feel that, oh wow, this is the time and the place that to go through this journey, to follow his footsteps?
This journey started in Sri Lanka.
Right.
The producer in Sri Lanka, they wanted to make a movie on Buddha. And that time I was in Europe doing one musical that time and I got a call that they are looking for a face to play Prince Siddhartha in their movie. So they have come to Bombay, they have met me in Mumbai and we have auditioned and I think they have auditioned around 300 boys around the world and somehow they were very serious about it because it was a sensitive subject in Sri Lanka. That it will not be only about an actor. They need someone with a good character who can portray Prince Siddhartha in the best way possible. The person who is good inside and outside.
All right.
So
not just the actor, but
just
the one who believe, who got a faith in Siddhartha.
Yes. So we had a long chat. We had a long interview and we have to clear round by rounds and finally they selected me and the producer told me at that time, you know, Gagan, you have to be very serious about it. The reason is the people of Sri Lanka, it's a very sensitive subject and either they can kill me or they can kiss me. There's no in between. They were very serious. So I said yes. I didn't knew much about Buddha because I come from a Hindu family.
Right.
So I thought, okay, so playing such a strong character, you need to read about the character. So I got a book. I was advised a book called Old Path, White Clouds by Most Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh. Yes, he just passed away unfortunately. And I read that book and that book was from the birth to the last breath of Buddha, including the Dhamma of the Buddha.
Right.
So I read the whole story there to prepare myself for the role. And after reading the book, I was surprised. I was amazed.
The life of the Buddha.
I was totally amazed. I thought this treasure of Dhamma and Buddha's life and his sacrifice is not properly introduced in my country.
Right.
So it was very unfortunate in some ways, but I was moved. And then I started shooting.
All right.
So when you shoot, you have to live the character. People look at you as the character only after playing such roles. So I started playing the role and it was a great journey for me. And once the film got over, it got released, it was #1 hit in Sri Lanka and it broke all the box office records for 70 years and a lot of awards was given to the movie, not only in India, in many other countries too, including United Nations. So after that, I was trying to propagate Buddhism because I was showing movie to all the remote areas in the suburbs of different countries where there are no cinemas, where there are other things happening, like where the cinema is not accessible, like prison, like jails. We have taken a LED truck to show the movie in the jail too. So when I was traveling, I wanted to meet the Sangha Raja of Sri Lanka.
All right.
To take his blessings. I was getting blessings from all over the country, and then he said one line. He said, why I have to meet Gagan? It's like he's not happy and he's trying to distribute happiness. I was amazed. I don't know, like I was surprised, like I was shocked what to say about it. I didn't understand the exact meaning. Then he said, he's not a Buddhist and he's trying to propagate Buddhism, and I don't understand that point. And I got the point. If I need to propagate Buddhism, okay, I'm mentally and by heart I became Buddhist that time only. But then I thought, okay, officially also I'll become a Buddhist.
All right.
So then in Sri Lanka in 2014,
2014.
yes, I became Buddhist in Sri Lanka. And then I started propagate Buddhism, and that is how the journey began.
So it means that your turning point is when you met the Sankaraja in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Is it like the major impact that made you change your mind?
Just before his line, it was his comment.
His comment.
My life was changed at the point when I read the whole book, the life story and the Dhamma of the Buddha. That was the turning point. That was just before the shoot. I completed the book. I prayed the book. I prayed Buddha. I prayed Dhamma. I prayed Sangha.
All right. So
that was a turning point for my mind and my heart. Okay, now mentally I'm a Buddhist.
All right. So it means that like your mentally reached to the triple gems. Yeah?
Yes.
And after that, you decide to become a Buddhism.
Yes.
After that day.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I just want to just share small my experience. Quite similar to you, but for my experience about almost I think 18 years ago, when I first went to India with my mom. I never been to India before, because a lot of people told me that a lot of things in India is not good, it's not comfortable like in the other countries.
Yes.
So we got like a positive view about India.
Yes.
But when I became a monk on that year, I think it's quite a good experience. If we go to India when we were a monk, so I think okay, I just want to try once in my life, and I found that the four places, the four holy places that a lot of that have been is wonderful, and I reached to the triple gems. I reached to the Dhamma, the Dhamma and the Sangha by that time. So after that, I always think that I'm very lucky that we are the Buddhism. Without that experience, I'm just Buddhism by ID card. So as you know that about 95% of Thai population, most of us are Buddhism, but very few of us, a small number who have been to India. So I just want to ask as you the question that have you ever been to the four holy places that Lord Buddha have been?
Yes, basically I've been to Bodh Gaya many times.
Bodh Gaya.
Right. Bodh Gaya is many times, Sarnath many times.
All right.
Lumbini and Kushinagar still have to go there.
Right.
But I go regularly to Bodh Gaya.
Bodh Gaya.
Yes, I feel at peace. But what you just said was very important. So I would like to say something about it. As you said, we are Buddhist by ID card.
By ID card, right? That's right. Yeah.
You know, people have misconception. They think if I know Buddhism, I'm a Buddhist. Means I know Dhamma, I'm a Buddhist. Or maybe some people believe, I believe in Buddhism, I believe in Dhamma, I'm a Buddhist. They are not Buddhist too. The person who practice Dhamma are the real Buddhist.
The real Buddhism, that's right.
So
yeah.
this is what everybody needs to know, that it is not about knowing and believing, it is all about practicing.
Practicing. Yeah.
And Buddhism or Dhamma is not for only Buddhists. Buddha never made like, okay, we are Buddhist or we have to follow or Buddhists will follow. No. It belongs to every human being, no matter what color, caste, religion you belong to. It doesn't matter at all. It's all about making a good human being deep from inside and ending the suffering. That's the major goal. And if you are a Hindu, you can follow the Dhamma. Practice the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, you will become a better Hindu. We are not converting.
You become a better Hindu.
You become a better Muslim. You become a better Sikh. You become a better Christian. They are certain principles. Basically, I want to say you will become a better human being.
Right.
Buddha was not a god. He explained himself. He never said, I am a god, then people will start again taking him as a god and God will do something for them. No.
Just try to follow his teaching.
Yes.
Then you see what happened with your mind.
Perfect.
So this is like a science. You have to taste by yourself.
Taste by yourself. Karma. He showed that he was a normal human being who became a superhuman being. Same way we all are normal human beings, but with following the Dhamma we can be superhuman beings.
Yeah.
So what's the difference of feelings once you only Hinduism and later when you uptake the Buddhism into your life? So you transition from Hindu and then Hindu with Buddhism. What is the difference in feelings of everyday living?
I tell you something. These religions are just the stamps that have been made by the people. It's all about being a good human being. If you talk about any religion, basically, if you see the base of every religion, they want you to be a good human being and do the service to the whole humanity. This is what all the religion teaches. So for me, from Hindu to Buddhism, it's not much of a difference.
Right.
So for me, it's about being a good human. But why I love Dhamma? Because it's more of a practical way of life, very scientific.
In what way?
In many ways, there is no place for superstitions.
For example?
For example, if you say in Hinduism, sometimes people believe a lot of things. Okay, if you go there, you will pray, you will do certain things, your work will be done. That is a superstition. Okay, people are it's a naked truth that sometimes you are made fools of, okay, you take this, the person will do it for you, God will help you and he will do it for you. Some people will ask me, okay, when is next Buddha is coming, he will do it for you, but no, but it's you and yourself and your karma, cause and effect,
Right.
very clear.
So it's like
Right.
science.
Science, you do it, you get the result. You do merits, you get good merits. You do bad merits, you get bad results.
I understand now. So in Hinduism, you pray to God and you expect everything to be good. But in Buddhism, if you do good, you get good. There's a cause and effect. That is the difference.
It's very clear. Buddha said, don't pray me. Just follow Dhamma, that's a prayer to me. And don't believe because I am saying it. Buddha said, don't believe in Dhamma because I am saying it. He said, you follow yourself. Ehipassiko. You solve yourself, you follow yourself and you see it. If you see it, you feel it, then you follow.
Right.
And it's very correct. If you follow Dhamma, you will see it yourself. The real definition of life which ends suffering.
The real definition of life, which is to end suffering. So is that the what? So is that the principle that you think is the most significant in Buddhism?
The aim of Buddhism is to somehow end suffering and reach nirvana.
Right.
That is what he wanted to do. Because as Prince Siddhartha, he was in the palace for a long time and he didn't go out because it was all hidden from him. When he saw old age, disease, death, he said there is no way out of this. Everybody have to face this. Then they have to suffer. How to do it? What to do?
Right.
That is when he got enlightened, and then he got Four Noble Truths and Eightfold Paths. That's the way how you end your sufferings and reach nirvana.
So I can see your way of following the Buddha footstep is quite gradual. First, you read the book. Second, you play the part, which is very rare and is very, can I say that, important or significant experience that no one can experience in this life. What is the favorite part of playing the movie that you feel that make an impact in your life by playing Siddhartha?
You know, every part of the movie was very, very important because it took 6 years for the producer to get the script approved. So, you know, every single line which was written there had a meaning. So if you are intelligent enough, you have a wisdom, you will learn in every single sentence of your dialogue. It was not barely a movie. It was so much into it.
Right.
So I cannot portray a single role, like a single scene that, okay, this has changed my mind or whatever. Like the whole scenario have changed it. You know, sometimes that was a very good scene, austerity scene. You can see that statue where he was not eating anything.
Right. Yeah.
That is how he figured out, you know, there is no point in extremism. Like anything of extreme is bad. That is how he found the middle path. You need the meal, 1 or 2 meals in a day, which you need as a human being to live. There are many other parts when he sees like old age, suffering, diseases, like, you know, you can't get rid of it. Life is all about suffering. So if I see every part, you make me live that part again. It is the scenes goes into my mind, but every part of it is
Make an impact in your
impact
life.
in life. And it can make impact in anybody's life.
Anybody's life as well.
So now you are in the main impact of your life. You start from reading the book, like Kun Khaimuk said that, and then after that you're playing as a Buddha role, and today you wear his robe.
Yes.
So like the main part, big impact in your life. And how do you feel in the first time that you're putting the robe as a real Buddhist monk?
I think it was the happiest moment of my life when I was becoming a bhikkhu or a monk. It was really, really a blessed moment. I think I had a feeling deep in my heart and my mind that I was waiting for this moment from past many lives.
Wow.
So that was the
So it's a
feeling.
long journey.
It's a long journey. No, I tell you something. This robe, what we are wearing, if you think that this is your this birth karma which made you wear this robe, then you're wrong. You need merits of many births to get a chance to wear this robe.
That's right. Yeah.
You need lot of merits that people come and bow you 3 times. You need lot of merits to gain the respect, because people of Thailand doesn't know who Gagan Malik Asoko is or who you are or who A, B, C and D. They know the robe. They bow for the robe, not for the human being. So it's I think the most blessed moment I have ever had in my life.
All right. And
So why do you choose to become a monk in Thailand, especially?
First of all, it was very important for everyone to know that my master is here. Rajavarai Nana Sobon is my master. I knew him for last many years. I used to come to Thailand regularly, take some teachings.
How you met your teacher here in Thailand?
One of my very dear friend, Mr. Natakit, he introduced me to the master. I knew him beforehand as a friendship started from internet, I can say, and we became like brothers, and he introduced me to the master. And then I was taking regular teachings, and I brought one minister from India to get him ordinate. That was the first time.
Oh,
And that is how my master told me that it's okay.
here, your
Yeah.
minister ordained here.
Yeah, he was
at
ordained. That was the
Thom.
first. Yes, that was the first time. And then my master asked me like, when is your turn?
Oh,
I said, I have to plan myself. The only trouble, I would have done it before. The only trouble is, you have to understand, being an actor, I have to live the life in right way. So if I cut my hair, I cut my eyebrows, I cut everything, it's difficult to get work. At least for 6 months, I will not work. So I have to plan the whole thing for 6-7 months, that even if I don't work, it will be okay. So I was waiting for the right moment, and the right moment came, and I became a monk. And the most important reason of Wat Tha Thong, the beauty of Wat Tha Thong, I will tell you. It's a monastery where you see the temple and you see the cremation place at the same time. Cremation hall is there. I usually believe in one thing. I know tradition is very important. We worship Buddha, but I would love, and I always try to go for 5 minutes and sit in the cremation hall for 5 minutes.
Right.
The reason is, the day we remind ourselves about the death, every day, like we pray to Buddha about the life, suffering, we should go and sit there to see that one day I'll be dissolved in the universe like this, burned. Nothing will be there. Because if you really go to a cremation ground, if somebody died, those moments you realize, you sit there and you realize, oh, one day I have to go. Those 15-20 minutes are very precious in your life. But if you go every day, go to the temple, go to the cremation hall, your mind will be very straight, and it will not go here and there. You will be a good, compassionate person.
Yeah, that's right. In Buddhism, we call Marananusti. It meant that you develop your awareness and your mindfulness from the dead.
Yes.
So when you go to the cremation hall, you will say,
Yes, well said, Venerable.
That's
Yes.
it. And all of your life have to go there. So just about 2 weeks ago, my mom came here for the cremation ceremony as well.
Okay.
So on that day, our family sent my mom to the cremation hall, and this is we found that all of the life we couldn't escape this thing. Every people have to go to that point. So when we are alive, when we got a breathing, when we got a chance breathe in and breathe out, this is a chance to practice Buddhism, to practice meditation, to do the good thing for our family, for the people who live together. And when we left, when we pass away, so we couldn't bring any material with us. Yeah? We have to leave all of the material, all of the money, everything, car, house, dress. We couldn't bring it with us. Only one thing that we can bring it with us is merit, the good merit, the good karma that we can bring to the next life.
Yes.
So I think this point is very good. That answer why you decide to become a monk at Wat Tha Thong.
Yeah.
And I just want to go back to the part that you said that about the middle part of Lord Buddha. As we can see about his life, one time when we read through his life of the Buddha, we see he went to Dongkasuri cave for 6 years. We call Dukkha Kiriya.
Okay.
It means that one extreme, he tried to stop everything, stop eating, stop drinking. He tried to make himself different from the other people, and he thought, he put like the assumption that if he did different from the other people, he may gain the enlightenment. But after that, he found that he didn't got any good thing for his life. So he found the middle path. He found that the two extremes is not good.
Yes.
And I just want to ask you the question that when you become a monk, have you found more middle path in your life when you have a meal only 2 times or twice a day is it difficult for you, or what is any experience that you found when you become like a monkhood?
You know, when you are mentally prepared for anything, when you are mentally strong, these taking meals one time or two times, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right.
After becoming a monk, every moment I'm trying to be mindful. That is my goal, and I don't think of anything else right now. You know, even I'm eating, walking, talking, I try to be mindful. So that's my biggest challenge. So nothing else is a challenge. It's a beautiful feeling. See, sometimes I look like, okay, it's a beautiful temple, beautiful room, beautiful people. You know, you're getting a lot of respect. But I have become a monk to know my inner self. So I'm trying to meditate. You know, one hurdle is there. It's a part of a meditation that my body is a bit stiff. So sometimes my legs hurts a lot. You know, my back hurts a lot. Yeah, many times there was a numbness, but my master is telling me practice, and it's getting better. And it's been only almost 10 days only. So I've become a monk.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I've increased 15 more days.
All right, 15
Yes.
more days. So,
Yes.
so at the beginning, you decided to become a monk
15.
for 15.
Now I just,
You extend.
yes, I just extend yesterday. I think day
You
before
decided
yesterday.
Okay,
So-
from 15 to
Another 15 days, like
all
1
right,
month now.
So it's almost 1 month.
Yes, and
Good news.
I really want to concentrate more on the Dhamma, on my Vipassana practice, so that I can know my inner self in a much better way.
All right.
So monkhood, overall, the experience is up till now is wonderful. You know, the experience of alms, like, you know, going out in the morning and
Goes alms
practicing
round, yeah.
around, and people do respect here, and it's like, you know, as I told you, like I was waiting for this for many lives. The kind of happiness I'm getting here, it's very difficult to explain in words because it's deep inside me, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. I'm really happy deep from inside for the first time in my life. You know, day by day it's getting better.
So do you have any plan to come back to become a monk in the future?
Yes, my plan is I have a goal in my life. I want to revive Buddhism in my country,
All right.
and which was started by Bodhisattva Dr. Ambedkar in 1956. He passed away unfortunately right after 3-4 months, but is still alive, but it's only 1 or 2% of Buddhists are there in India. So learning the Buddhism in Thailand, the Dhamma, tradition, discipline, I want to experience that so that I can go back and I can try to bring this kind of a discipline, this kind of a way of Buddhist life to my country now. And Thailand, my master, everyone is supporting me to the top.
All right, very good news. We both used to go to India together about, I think, almost 10 years ago. Yeah. We've been to 4 holy places that Buddha, Lord of Buddha have been.
Yeah.
But I think that was the first time of yours in the 4 holy places. Is that the first one?
No, it's not my first time, but it's my second time.
Oh, your second time.
Yeah. And it's so wonderful to hear that you discover Vipassana meditation and you feel more peaceful and you get to know yourself more. Can you tell a lot more about Vipassana? Why does it help to get to know yourself better? Because a lot of people who's watching, including Thai people and the rest of the world, who doesn't practice the Buddhism or would practice Vipassana, probably cannot understand, but you said it's very wonderful tool to get to know yourself better. How does that work?
Basically, when we talk about Buddhism or Dhamma, in single line I will say, living in present with full awareness, or you can say mindfulness. If you are mindful throughout your life will have no suffering. And how to live in mindfulness? Mindfulness can only come with meditation. Once you do meditation on a regular basis and reach a point where you have a full control to watch your breathing in and out, not only in the time of meditation, even 24 hours a day. If you really practice like Buddha, he was aware all the time. And when you meditate, you reach that point.
Of full awareness.
Of full awareness. That is, when you are enlightened, that is like fully aware. 99.9% people in this world, or maybe 99 or like that kind of people are living is totally unawareness.
Right.
We all are unaware.
Right.
This is what meditation gives you.
Right.
It gives you wisdom.
Right.
Once you start doing meditation, you will get wisdom, which is the most important chapter of Buddhism.
Right.
It will give you mindfulness
Right.
to choose the right path.
Wow.
It will make you powerful from inside.
Right.
You know, people get addicted of drugs.
Right.
I think the best drug one can have is a drug of meditation.
Whoa.
It's mindfulness. Right?
You have to have get addicted to meditation. And I cannot explain it in the words because this is not something which I have to explain.
Right.
What is it? How do you feel?
Right.
You practice and you feel yourself, you'll come to know. But I told you the results. Mindfulness will be there. You will be focused. You have wisdom. You will choose the right path, and you will get the real deep inner peace and happiness.
It sounds like he advanced very quickly
Yeah,
in Buddhism
yeah.
journey because not many people who practice
not many people,
meditation get that experience.
Yeah, because he just like the new monk in very short period.
Right.
He just ordained for just today is 10 days.
Almost 10, 11
Almost
days.
10 days, 11 days. But he can say that, I think the word that very important that he said that you can choose the right thing
Path, yeah.
for your mind.
Right.
So this is very important, and like he said that lots of people they don't aware, so they just consume the emotion. So the emotion is like I like to compare emotion. It's like the food for our mind. When you got bad emotion, it's like a poison food, and lots of people who don't develop their awareness or mindfulness, so they couldn't choose
Right.
which one is the good food, which one is the bad food. So the bad emotion is like the bad food. So when you consume the bad food, it means that you will get a problem with your stomach.
Right.
The same as when you consume the bad emotion, you will get the problem with your mind. A lot of bad things go to your mind.
Right.
This is the cause of the suffering.
Right.
But if you develop your awareness,
Right.
when you practice meditation,
Right.
like the Venerable said, you can choose the right emotion.
Right.
So you select the good food for your mind, then you become happiness. So this is why we have to practice meditation. Because when you practice meditation, you focus one thing at a time. When you focus one thing at a time continuously, then you will see the emotion clearly. Without these two, without this practicing, you couldn't see your emotion clearly. So you just follow that emotion, and that emotion may kill your mind. So this is why, like he said, that we have to practice in the daily life. We have to choose the right emotion, the right food for our mind.
Wow, this is so useful. Thank you so much for both of your teaching, because I think a lot of people that is not in monkhood, living day to day, not knowing why they feel that way, and this have the effect on everyone's life, sometimes good, sometimes bad. So now I would like to ask you, a lot of people these days don't believe in religion, don't believe in good karma, bad karma. What makes both of you believe in this principle so much that you became a monkhood and that you devote all your life in giving goods to other people?
To me, people believe in bad karma or good karma, it doesn't matter. But nobody can deny the cause and effect.
Right.
You take a knife, you cut your hand, the blood will come out.
Right.
The cause and the effect is there. You cannot deny. It's a scientific method. So the result come. If you don't study, you will fail in the exam. This was the cause and that was the effect. You didn't study, you get 0 marks. So nobody can deny it. It doesn't matter. Believing and not believing in religions, that is, as I said, is all our stamps. But what you need is to just be mindful, try to do good things for others, because the real inner happiness is in serving others. What Mahasangha is doing, what Buddha did, or what any god in the religion did in the past. A small example, the people who don't believe in karmas, but ask them, sometimes they might have given some food to some beggar. There might be one incident in their life where they would have helped someone in need. At that moment, when you are giving a food or giving a medicine to a poor person, how do you feel? You feel inner happiness. You feel inner peace. That is the answer. But unfortunately, they are so unaware that they don't develop that beautiful feeling of inner happiness. If they keep developing, they will reach there. Meditation is a tonic for your mind, which also gives you wisdom. You know, once you will meditate, you will have enough wisdom to understand all these things about cause and effect. So if they don't believe in religion, it's okay. They don't believe in karma, it's okay. Let them not, but they need to start with meditation. Tell them, okay, it will relieve your stress. Then you see how the wisdom develops in them with meditation.
Wow. You makes me want to practice Vipassana more today with the good, peaceful fulfillment effect that you have and the experience that you're sharing with us today. I think it's very wonderful and you advance so much more than normal people. I really think so.
Yeah, I thought that he got a lot of like a direct experience and a lot of practice by himself. So in Buddhism, the Lord Buddha said Pachatang. Pachatang it means that you have to learn by yourself. Like for example, you said that okay, this restaurant got a very good chapati. For example, Indian food, very good chapati. You won't know until you have tried this chapati by yourself. If you just read the book, you just see the picture from the screen. It's not the real one, and you couldn't use it as like a by yourself. You will know by yourself. You will use it in yourself when you try by yourself. So that's why practicing in Buddhism is very important. Why the Lord Buddha mentioned many times about you have to learn by yourself. Pachatang, you have to learn by yourself. You have to try. You have to test by yourself. Please don't believe him. Even he is the Lord of that. Please don't believe. But please try. And then you will decide by yourself. So I think it's very important because in Thailand, I think most of Thai also believe in the Hindu religion.
Gods,
Hindu God. So you will see lots of people. They come to praise. They come to try for what? For their mind. When they like to success in something, they will come to pray. They will offer something and then they will ask for the success. This is very similar.
There is no problem in following the traditions. You can pray, you can respect, you can appreciate all the traditions in the world. But this is for sure. You are not getting the result back unless and until you do your karma. No matter what. God or anyone else in this world will not come and get you away from suffering. It will always exist, and it is you and only you who can come out of this suffering. And Buddha made it easy for us, the Supreme Teacher, by giving us the Dhamma to understand Four Noble Truths and Eightfold Path, how to end this suffering. You know, if you can put candle every day in front of any Lord, it will never end your suffering. It's just your inner happiness that help you to go and pray some respect and appreciate the religion, whatever you're following. But your karma will save you from all the sufferings that you have.
Do you
It's like
think
a happy moment, just one moment for
Yes,
for,
we
for that
appreciate you.
moment,
We
right?
said you can do it. There's no problem.
Yeah, it's no
It's a good vibration.
Uh-huh.
It's great positivity.
Uh-huh.
It's like you come in the zone of tradition that will make you understand a little bit more. Suppose if a person is going to the club for clubbing, and the person comes to the temple for some time, even he's following traditions, he will fall into the zone of the monks and the learned, knowledgeable people who can tell him spirituality, who can teach them something more about the real truth of life.
Right.
And there is a chance becomes much, much more to enter the real zone of truth and happiness instead of going to the clubbing. You can drink, you can drugs, you can cigarette, you can dance, and you will do all sorts of bad things. That is possible. But in temple, in this zone is a beautiful zone. You go to Hindu temple or church or mosque, you will find right people to teach you, give you the good guidance. So it's all about bringing them into the zone.
you mentioned something about real truth of life.
Yes.
In your own definition, what is the real truth of life?
Real truth of life is suffering and death.
Wow, that is very scary to me.
Yes, that's the real truth. And
Right.
that's why we have given you, the Supreme Lord has given you the Dhamma to overcome and reach nirvana so that you cannot born again.
Right.
That's the truth.
And you have been promoting the movie in so many countries, so you have first-hand experience Buddhism in many forms in different countries, whether it's India, Sri Lanka, Thailand. I would like to ask you, from those experiences, is there a difference in Buddhism between these countries, in all Buddhist countries?
Honestly telling you, finding the difference between the Buddhist country, Mahayana Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, or Jnana or Tantrayana or Vajrayana, there are many kinds of Buddhism there. Everyone have their own way of practicing and following Buddhism. I am more into a Dhamma of the Buddha, like which teaches you go to the right way, cause and effect.
Right.
It doesn't matter. And this is what I want to say. Some people sometimes ask, what is the difference when the God is coming, why we are humans are created, why this is like that. These things will never end your sufferings. Just don't waste your time in doing all those things. Just be focused.
Right.
And try to take the easiest book of Dhamma, some easy where you can easily understand just the essence of the Dhamma of the Buddha.
Right.
You will understand that you don't need anything else, just to follow it, try to end your suffering and reach nirvana somehow. Otherwise, the cycle of birth will keep on going. The suffering will never end.
Samsara vata. So
Yes, samsara
it's
vata.
like a rolling, go round and round. And if we're lucky enough, the next round,
Yes.
we will become a human. And if we lucky enough, maybe it's not lucky enough. It means that if we do the enough karma, I like to say in this way, and
Right.
it's not lucky.
Right.
It's cause and effect. So if we have done the good karma enough, then we can come back to the human being. Then you can met like the teacher, you can become a monk. Become a monk is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. I like to mention that it's not an easy thing. For me, I takes many years before I become the monk at the first time. And for the second time, this time as well, it's not easy. Because as he said, when we work, we got a lot of things to do. When you have to resign from the work for a long period like this, it's not an easy thing. For me, I'm very lucky. I got very good boss. Yeah? My boss, all of them support me to become a monk in the short period. So at first, I decided to become a monk in the short period as the same as him. But after I try to extend, and I asked the permission from him. But luckily he allowed me. So 10 days or 15 days for me is very valuable time. So like we found that when you know which is the good food for our mind, like the mindfulness is the best thing for our mind, you will leave the previous happiness. Like he said before, someone they happy when they go to pub, when they drink, when they take a drug. I think that's not the real happiness. It's a fake one. You need to take something is a toxic in your body. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. They need to taste the inner happiness via meditation. Take the drug of meditation, then you will understand what is the real meaning of inner happiness. When you call it a trance, you will understand the real trance when you go deeply into meditation. He's talking about the sacrifice.
Yes.
It's very easy to say he sacrificed and he became a monk. It's very easy to say you leave your house, you leave your mother, you leave your parents, you leave your family and you became a monk. You leave all the materialistic things behind and you become a monk. Easy.
Right.
Ask the parents, they are parents, there must be some parents. When these parents are there, when their child becomes sick, how do they feel? They cannot sleep. They have a major pain, like they are sick, not their child. And you have to leave the child forever. The luxuries which you have worked always for, like we are full of emotions, to leave the parents, to leave the house, thinking, okay, now I am detached. It takes really, really, really hard and mental strongness to do that.
Yes.
Siddhartha, being the prince,
Yes.
could have lived his life luxuriously, had left the palace, wife, child, not for himself. That is the main important point.
For social, for other people.
For find a path to end suffering for the whole humanity. What Venerable is doing? What he needs? Nothing. He needs 2 times food, that's it. What else he's doing? He is only trying to teach Dhamma and trying to end suffering for other people. He's giving a great service. That is why I said, nothing can be compared to this robe, the respect of this robe. And everybody must respect this robe. It has lot of sacrifices to have this and good karmas of the past lives. And one more thing I would like to add up before I forget.
Please.
When we talk about good merits, and bad merit, like bad things that we do, people have misconception that if we do good merits, 100 good merits, okay, I've done bad things, okay, let me do 100 good merits, then it will cut my bad merits.
Yes. A lot of people say things like that.
What you have done wrong, you have to face the effect of the wrong things, and what you have done good, you have to face the effects of the good things that you have done. But you have to face both the things. You cannot cut like a mathematics. Okay, 10 good karmas, okay, 9 bad karmas, I am 1 plus. It's a wrong conception. You have to face those 10 and 11 both in your life. And that is how the cycle begins.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying, whatever you have done up till now, live in the present, be aware, and start doing good karmas.
Wow.
Be compassionate.
Right.
This is very beautiful conversation, and
Yes.
I'm very impressed in the way that you express Buddhism from your direct experience. And we think that 40 minutes gone very fast, faster than we expect.
Yes.
So it's good news that we knew that you're gonna extend your monkhood period. So maybe next time we would like to come back to talk with you again in the second section.
To see what else you
Yes.
discovered.
Yes, I'm trying to, I might go to the forest for Vipassana for 3 days.
Wow.
All right, yeah.
So maybe that experience can change something
can
more.
change something more. So we're waiting until you come back from the forest temple.
Right.
Then we try to discover more about your like a forest monk experience. Then we can share this experience to the other people. Because now in Thailand we are like a very enriched in Buddhism. We like a hub, a central in this region.
Buddhist capital of the world.
Yeah, Buddhist capital of the world. And as I said that, but we still have a lot of Buddhist people who just got Buddhist by ID. So from your experience, I think it's very, very important is very good point of view that we like to share to the other people who looking for the the Dhamma for their everyday life. Not they don't have to become a monk, but they can adapt. They can comply Buddha teaching in their everyday life, because most of us at the end we have to go back to work.
5 precepts.
5 precepts, yeah. From now we hold it 227 precepts, but then we have to back to 5 precepts.
5 precepts are very simple. You know, the enlightened people, they teach you the things in a very simple way, but very difficult to follow.
That's right.
You know, it's not. But you can start by 1 precept
one
each,
by one, not all packaged at the first time. But if you can hold the 5 precept package, it means that you will away from the suffering.
Of course.
But if you get 1 or 2, it means that you still have the
suffering
hole
there.
for the suffering to go inside your mind.
Yes.
But if you got 5 precepts, it means that you close all the hole, the suffering will come to your mind.
Yes.
So this is very good. Maybe next time we will talk about
these
these
5
things,
precepts.
this 5 precepts for our everyday
Yes,
life.
but that's all the time we have for now for today.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much for both the
Mastami.
venerables for sharing Dhamma with me and the rest of the world. Thank you so much. Antumotana Satu.
Thank you to everyone who being a part of it. You know, you need merits to be a part of Dhamma talk. Otherwise, you can't even have a Dhamma talk, be a part of it.
Thank you, Principal.